Hope you can hear me over the pause music. I'm just trying to see if I can get the Rootmaster download for OMSI 2, hence why I put the stream on pause, so that you can have a look at the slideshow instead of staring at a blank screen. And just so that you know that the stream is live and not just staring at my channel background. Well, I found Rootmaster on YouTube, but unfortunately there aren't any download links. The one that had a download link, the link has expired, and just checking another download link for FRM1, which is front entrance Rootmaster, and I'm looking through the page and I'm not finding the actual link. That's why I don't like links that are just on Facebook, because you get a link to the Facebook page and by the time you find the download on the Facebook page, it takes ages to find it. So rather than keep the stream on hold for that, I'll go and do that in my own time, and I will just use the buses I have available to me now. So that is a YouTube link to FRM1, and this is the YouTube link to Rootmaster, so if any of you want to go and have a look and see if you can get in touch with the people that made them, it might be possible to get them to share the links, and then if you can post the link in the comments, and I will drive it in a future stream. The Facebook page links that were given in the links to those other videos. So now let's get into the stream. Yes, I do think Rootmasters are good buses. So, but unfortunately, just for time and want to keep the momentum going in the stream, I'll not look for them right now, but I do have other buses. Unfortunately, most of them are modern buses. I've not got older buses at the moment, for not older right-hand drive buses. But so this is Great Grundorf 2, and there are quite a lot of bus routes available. The longest bus route is the 70 Wafu Estate to Yatlam Estate, and I'm not quite sure what the shortest one is. I'd say one of my favourite ones is probably the 70, and my other favourite would be the P3 Hongqing Port to Riverside. So I'm gonna just load into the map now, and I will load at, well, I think the 70 is a good route to show off the map, because it's, as I said, it's the longest one. So if I start at Wafu Estate, and I think I'll drive, well, to keep the, not quite sure, to keep the Lothian theme going, or I could just keep the Scottish theme going. I've got a couple of buses in mind. Might use one for the outward trip and use a different one for the return trip this time. So let's keep the Lothian theme going this time for the first one, and we will use a trident. So just got to wait for this to load up. It always takes ages. Last time I started the stream with it loaded up. Right, so just got to wait for this to finish loading so my mouse works. Okay. I'll set the real weather to Edinburgh again. Do I have Volvo Olympians? There is a Volvo Olympian. I don't have it installed. But what I can do is actually quickly go and install that, and I'll use the Volvo Olympian instead, and I'll use the Trident on the way back. I should have installed the Volvo Olympian before. So just put the stream on pause while I do that. I will try and be as quick as I can. As I say, I'm not sure if you can actually hear me over the pause music that I've put in as background music for when the stream's paused, but I will quickly download the Volvo Olympian, and I do believe it comes with a Lothian repaint. If it doesn't, I'll download that as well. I should be more organised, but doing this one kind of on the fly, just based on what Guy is suggesting, so that's why I'm putting it on pause while I download the bus. So it's not exactly like a Lothian Olympian. It's kind of a cross between the two that Lothian had, because Lothian had the Alexander RH bodied Volvo Olympians, and then they had the Royale bodied ones, and Lothian's RH bodied ones had the Cummins L10 engine, whereas the Royales had the Volvo TD102 engine, I believe. So this bus for OMSI has the TD102 engine, but it's got the RH bodywork, and it's single door, so it's not exactly like the Lothian ones were. As I said, it's kind of like a cross between the two. So I'm just quickly checking that it's come with the Lothian repaint, and it hasn't. So just gonna download the repaint. I do prefer not to share my screen because I don't want to give like personal information away. When I've planned that I'm going to show my screen live on the stream, obviously I'll make sure like emails and stuff aren't open, but because I didn't plan it, that's why I'm using the pause screen. Let me see. I think I might have had the OMSI, sorry, the Lothian repaints saved somewhere, because I did download a Lothian Boss's repaint pack. I don't know if it came with the Volvo Olympian repaints, and it's ready to get back into OMSI. Just got to wait for it to load again. Don't know why it takes so long. It's not exactly a slow computer. Finally. So back into OMSI and load back into the map. Same plan to do the route 70. Fully loaded up. Loaded up now. And it's frozen. Oh, here we go. Right, so load up the bus. I need to set the weather again, but I'll do that after I load up the bus. Okay, so we want the Volvo Olympian. I think it's the repaints one. And LRT, well, it's got the LRT, the coach livery from the Leyland Olympians, and then it's got the Lothian Buses livery, which is the one I'll use. It's the livery, I believe, from the Leyland Olympians that were on the 15 route. But I'm going to put a reg plate from one of the Volvos. I don't know if this reg will fit in the space, because it's meant for Hong Kong regs, but give it a go. I think if OMSI was even running on a supercomputer, it would still be slow. Okay, so let's have a look. Admire the bus for a bit before we get started. Let's check out if it's got all the details. So the wheels are the right colour, we've got the wheel trims, all perfect and realistic. The legal lettering, Lothian Buses PLC, 55 Annandale Street, Edinburgh, EH7 4AZ. Even the detail on the rear wheel hub is so accurate. So let's go around the front. Yeah, I thought this would happen with the reg. Actually I can sort that if I re-add the bus. If I put some spaces before the reg, it will actually sort that out. So let's go back to that. Make sure it's got the right depot file. Actually, if I put the fleet number in, see 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see Let's see. I'll leave out that Do it like that. That might work. Actually, that won't work. If I do it like that instead, that should work. I sure hope I've got the root blinds for this. Yeah, that worked a bit better. Not 100% perfect, but much better. Well, Lothian's Volvo Olympians would have had the black around the lights and the black bumper bar, and it should really say Lothian there, but it's otherwise quite good. Lothians, of course, had gasket glazing, not bonded glazing, but almost all the Hong Kong ones have bonded glazing and air conditioning. Let's jump inside. It's got the right flooring and the tartan seats, the yellowish orangish handrails. Oops, wrong button. I think it looks really good. It's unfortunately not got the Lothian stuff on the driver's door. If we go upstairs, still looks quite good. It looks like the Leyland Olympians that were on the 15 after they were refurbished, with the updated flooring and the tartan seats, which I think were the last Leyland Olympians in service on the last day. So let's see if the destination screen is gonna work properly. And oh, it's kind of working. No, it's not working. I just need to quickly put the stream on pause while I sort that. Actually, I won't pause it, I'll just sort that. Let you see how I sort it. So, go to the Anzeigen folder, and I believe for this bus it needs the destinations to be... I don't have the folder, that's the problem. Don't have the folder where the destinations are supposed to be. I don't think I will... I don't know where I will find that folder, because I don't have it at all. Okay, so we'll skip the destinations. And if we set the destination using this bit, which we'd need to do for the number anyway, the passengers will still get on. And I don't have the fonts for the number, so yeah, some bits missing. But the bus itself works perfectly. And the announcements should also work as well. So I want to set up the weather. We'll have Edinburgh real weather. And apparently it's raining. Which is fine by me, because I love how the wipers in this bus work. They don't stay in sync, they just go about doing whatever they like. And let's set the timetable up for the number 70, and let's see which one we're going to be doing. Yep, there's one that should have left 1 minute ago. We'll take over that one. So bus number 3938 will be withdrawn. Not from company, just from the route. shut my window because it's getting a bit chilly. Okay, let's get going. I wish it wouldn't lag so much. You'll tell the sounds are more like the sounds of the newer Olympians, the N reg onwards. But I picked the reg from the M reg one because that's what it looks like. And I don't remember which stop I'm supposed to use on this route, but I think it's this one. Yeah, no, it's not this one. It's not this one either. It's probably would have been that one. Just gonna quickly have a quick check. I do know the routes, it's just I keep forgetting the first stop. Yeah, it's that one, which is next to me, so I need to go around. Fortunately the rain is making it extra laggy, but I'm not gonna turn it off, I'm just gonna leave it and deal with the lag. It's also quite a busy part of the map, that's why a lot of scenery objects and stuff. Once we get out to the country road, it will be easier. I don't know how I would have done that without going over the curb, coming from that side there. Okay, is this passenger gonna get on? Nope. Oops. Just quickly set up the announcements. My keyboard has a bug. When I press certain keys, it mutes. So I need a new keyboard. Great, the enter button doesn't work. Oh, it works on that, on the screen. Let's see, I think it's route 01. Yes, it is. And so if I press Q... Oh wait, I forgot to put the announcement files in. Just quickly sort that. I'll check if the doors open in a bit after I've popped the announcement files in quickly. So just going to the announcements folder, Great Grundorf 2 folder, and if I copy all of these and go back to the vehicles folder, find the Volvo Olympian 10.4 meter sound, and I need to make a new folder here called Ansagen, and that's, I think that's German for announcements, and that's where the announcement files go, and then I should be able to hear them in the sim now. Just need to set the controller again. Yep, you were right, well spotted, one of my doors was open. Right, now if I press it. Oh great, it still doesn't work. Well, I guess we won't have any announcements. Well, Lothian Bus has never had announcements until recently anyway. I wish I remembered which way to go. It's been so long since I did this route. I remember most of it, but it's the ending bits that I forget. So I'm just gonna have to cheat and have the sim tell me which way I'm meant to go. To the right. And hopefully that's the last time I'll need to use that on this route. Ooh, sugar. My chair just about snapped. I didn't have... Oops, and I've put my chair down by mistake. I didn't have the locking pin in properly. Almost went flying off my seat. That would have been funny if I had a webcam. There's a Citaro and an Enviro 500 and another Enviro 500. Passengers aren't interested. I hope the destination's set up properly. Hi Joshua. It's annoying how much lag there is when weather's rainy. I'm just gonna leave it so that when the real weather updates and it's not raining, then the rain will go away. If not, then it's just gonna stay rainy. I should probably put the interior lights on. Downstairs, and actually that puts all the lights on at once. That's one side and that's the other side. I'll just put the one side on for now. We'll put the other side on if it gets darker. Announcements don't work, but the bit that tells the next stop does work. That will just help me to keep me right, because I've forgotten the routes, I think. But I do know it, and I've done it before, but I wasn't streaming or recording, so this is my first time doing this route on a live stream, or on YouTube at all. Wow, these traffic lights take ages. Please do subscribe if you want to be notified of when I'm live next. I don't do just OMSI 2, I do Flight Simulator X as well, and Roblox occasionally, although I'm probably technically too old for Roblox, but whatever. I also do Gary's Mod from time to time. On my other channel I do Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator, although I've not done any American truck ones yet. Really seems like passengers aren't going to get on the bus. I think it's because of the destination. Now I can't see the destination, but it needs to be set correctly in order for it to work. Let's see, if I bring up the information screen, yeah, it shows me that the destination is set for Chin Lam Estate, because I forgot this bus totally ignores what you type in the menu. So if I just keep scrolling this till it says 70 Yat Lam Estate up here, it's probably hidden behind the live stream overlay. But I don't know if you can see it, it's changing up here where I'm moving my mouse, and it now says 70 Yat Lam Estate, and that's why the passengers weren't getting in. And to bring up this information screen, you just press Shift Y a number of times, and it's got different information about OMSI and about your bus. On this route, there's no ticket selling, so it's pretty straightforward. It's because that aspect is based on Hong Kong, where most routes you don't buy the ticket on the bus. You've got an octopus card, which is like an Oyster card or a rider card, bus pass basically. So you don't buy a ticket, you use your bus pass. So this is a long route, so it's gonna be another long stream. It's probably, if I do another route after this, it's probably gonna be twice as long as the last stream, because one way of this route, if I can find the timetable, where did they hide the timetable? Oh, this lag is driving me mad. Well, the timetable is not here. But one way of this route is about an hour, so it's like a typical Edinburgh route, really. Passengers screaming at me in German for going round the corner a bit too quick, but I'm running late, so I want to try and make up a bit of time. I'm supposed to go that way. I'm wondering if I've got lost again. Yeah, I have got lost again. Great. I wonder where I went wrong. Okay, guy. Yeah, I will be live streaming tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, because I've got to go out tomorrow, but at some stage, if you subscribe to the channel, and also you can join our Discord server, which the link is in the description, and also scrolling on the screen, you'll be able to know when I'm next live, because it automatically announces in... Actually, it doesn't announce for YouTube, but if you subscribe, you'll get a notification when I'll be live tomorrow. Probably be around the same time as today, I think, or maybe a bit earlier. Thanks for watching, guy. Okay, so I need to go and find out where I went wrong with the route. So much for I know this route, and then I go and get completely and totally lost. Let's see. Oh, the lag is so much. I might just have to turn the weather to better weather. See, I came down from here. Aha. I think I see where I probably went wrong. Yep, I was supposed to turn right here and I went straight on. So if I go back to the boss, I know exactly what to do to get back en route. Just need to make sure nothing's coming from that way, and nothing's coming from that other way. Oh dear, I didn't give myself enough room to turn around. I'll turn around in here. There we go. Just open the window so I can see a bit better. Oh, this lag is so annoying. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna change the weather from the real Edinburgh weather, because it's gonna be laggy and annoying all the way if I don't. Just gonna change it to, oops. Just gonna change it to best weather. Turn off the windscreen wipers. If it still lags, I'll set it to dry the streets as well. I believe I know where I'm going from here. I'll just use the route controller to keep me right, or the whatever you call this little machine to my left here. That will tell me the next stop if I press Q on my keyboard, and then because I know the names of the stops, most of the stops, I'll know where to turn basically. If you're wondering what that noise is, that's the handbrake. When you put the handbrake on this bus, you get that sound. All the traffic lights in this map take absolutely ages. got the spray coming from the car's wheels. Probably from the bus's wheels as well, actually. Let me have a look. Not going quickly enough. Just stop here because the passenger's standing in the middle of the road. Oh, and they're not even getting on the bus. Nope, you don't see the spray from the bus. Sitting in between the two lanes. It's a bit better. Greensleeves Village. I know I'm meant to turn. I don't know which way because I didn't manage to look at that sign back there. To the right. I'm going to be annoyed with myself if I have to use the route helper again because I know this route. Because I've done it so many times I don't know why I'm not remembering it. I need to wait for him to go past. So I'm in the wrong lane. To get up the hill. Typical Volvo Olympian. Oh, and more lag. Whoops. Bug with this map, the passengers stand in the road. Dry the streets and the weather options, dry surfaces, just to get rid of this lag, because it's coming from the reflections. It's already got a lot of buses loaded. Kidding me, I've gone the wrong way again. I'm just gonna keep the route helpers on for now. I need to find another place to turn around. I need to find out where I went wrong. So I should have turned left there. Problem is the route helpers on this map add so much lag, so I need to keep them off until I get to junctions, and I'll be able to turn around in here. At least I've been lucky every time I've got lost. There's been a place to turn around nearby.
Sind wir heute wieder Michael Schumacher, ja?
Another 10-minute wait at a traffic light. Well, it's not really 10 minutes, but it feels like it. Passengers sure love complaining. There goes my keyboard bugging out and muting the sound when I've not asked it to. Come on, you can do it, you can get up the hill. Yeah, there we go. Rather nice houses up here. I think I timed that perfectly for him to hop in. Huh. Pretty much sure that I'm going the right way now, because I know it's the routes that go to the Peninsula Beach follow the sign for Peninsula Beach, and this one goes the other way because it is going to the south. The road signs help as they would in real life. Probably be dark by the time I finish this route. most of this route is hills, and most of the roads are just, well, not really narrow, but just kind of normal roads like this. Don't get many wide roads on this route. Goes past the country park, or is it national? I think it's a country park. It is a fictitious map, but it's got lots of realistic features. You've got different districts. You've got the southern district, you've got the eastern district, you've got the massive airport, and you've got the Hongqing port. It's an island, so it's really a big map. So it's got plenty of things to do, plenty of routes to explore. You can't get bored with this map. At least I can't. Just try and learn all the routes. That will take quite some time. Love the sound it makes when you release the handbrake. I think that's unique to Volvos, or Volvo Olympians. Yeah, this is basically the widest the road will get on this route. Just gonna drop back and use the sign to tell me where I'm going. It's to the right. To stand all the way in the middle of the road. So, we've got more hills to climb up. The name of the next stop is Grundorf Prison. Don't know if we're gonna have people getting off there or not. There's no one getting off, no one getting on. So the next stop's called HMP Grundorf. No, that's not what the next stop's called, just reading out that signpost. The next stop is called Rose Sunnyside. This is my favourite section of the route. So it's a nice, twisty country section. It looks like it would be a really nice place to live if it was real. And this is a nice kind of bridge. Feel the force feedback I've got using a Logitech Driving Force GT gaming wheel, and when you're going around the corners you can feel the force feedback pulling at you, and in that way you know what, when you're at the limit, if you don't slow down when you feel that, obviously you're gonna slide the bus. And this is, next stop is Sweet Child. ST, I don't remember what the ST stands for. You'd hear all this in English, Cantonese and Mandarin if the announcements were working. So the next bus, I'll take one that has the announcements. And hopefully there'll be less lag too.
Nase voll wieder Michael.
Ständig fahren.
Just gonna quickly share the link to my stream on Facebook. See if I can get some more people to watch. In the meantime, we could admire the bus. I just need to move it off the road so this car can get past. I will continue with the drive in a bit, just trying to get some more viewers in by sharing in a couple of Facebook groups. to get back moving along. So, en route, I'm in neutral. I'm en route 70 to Yatlan Estate in the fictitious island of Great Grundorf. In a Lothian liveried Volvo Olympian. Doesn't quite match Lothian spec, but it's quite... it's as similar as it can be with what it is, which is essentially a converted Hong Kong bus. So it's got bonded glazing, but the extra axle's been removed. It's based on a city bus Hong Kong Volvo Olympian, but it is a reasonable representation of a Lothian Volvo Olympian, although some details don't quite match. For example, although it's got the RH bodywork... I've taken the wrong route again, I can't believe this. I give up, I'm almost at the point of giving up. Because I keep taking the wrong route. Oh no wait, I've not taken the wrong route. I just think I've taken the wrong route. I guess my brain knows where I'm going more than I do. I was sure I'd gone the wrong way, but I've actually not gone the wrong way. So as I was saying, it's got the RH bodywork, but Lothian's ones which had RH bodywork had the Cummins L10 engine. This one's got the Volvo TD102KF engine, I think it is, which I believe Lothian's Royale bodied Olympians had that engine. And it's single door, and only single door Olympians that Lothian, Volvo Olympians that Lothian had were Royale bodied, not RH bodied. If it freezes every now and then, that's lag, and that's normal for OMSI. It lags quite a lot. Okay, I'm not turning left. There we go. Is anyone getting off here? No. If I remember correctly, I go up here, yep, and there's a little terminus here. It's the terminus for some buses, well, for specifically the Route 70E, which is the short version of the Route 70. There's a bug with the textures because that bus looked a totally different colour when I was coming up. And my keyboard, every time I press the button to open the doors, it mutes my sound. So I think it's got some circuits wrong or something. Leave the 70E over there and his layover. While we continue all the way to Yatlan Estate. say probably about half an hour left. I think this is the midpoint of the route, but I could be wrong. I wish it would stop lagging. For goodness sake, boss, why did you have to hit me for? Well, I guess I was a bit far out. Gonna be late again. Lost 7 minutes. And he's disappeared. It's froze again. Oh, those are the container terminals where we just were. And now we're heading out towards the Country Park Road. I think this is the Country Park Road. Dark enough to turn on the other lights. Need to go, yep, straight ahead. Can he make up his mind if he's getting off or not? Oh, he can't make up his mind. He can get off at the next stop then. Which is the Country Park. bug with this bus. The passengers sometimes don't get off properly. They just keep walking up and down the downstairs of the bus. A few times and then they get off. And sometimes they don't. Bumps the curb. So it's checking on if anyone's written anything in the stream. Trying to be as careful as possible. I do have a timetable to keep to, which unfortunately I can't check because they forgot to include one in this bus.
Fahrschule ist ja nichts dagegen, ne?
Oh, meine Güte, da wird einem ja schlecht, sagen Sie mal. Gibt's ja nicht. Können Sie mal ein bisschen ruhiger fahren?
Camp is the next stop. And it's continuing on the Country Park Road, which is this twisty road that leads all the way from the Eastern District where we were at Wafu Estate to the South District. There's also a motorway which can take you between those two districts a lot quicker, but this route is the slow route basically, which doesn't use the motorway. Can't remember which route it is that does. It's possibly the 68, but I'm not sure. I've stopped. Oh no, I can see the light over there. I thought I'd stopped where I can't see the traffic light. The passengers wouldn't stand like that, so I could stop normally, but it's weird. Even though you can go through them, it's weird to do that, so just stop based on where they've stopped. Wish they'd actually get off the bus and not just walk up and down the aisle several times. This way. We basically go up to the top of the hill, do a loop round and back down, and then continue along the road whenever the simulator decides to catch up with me. this lag is so much. I don't know if it's the I think it's the bus. It's quite detailed, so it's struggling. Because this map, I don't normally get any lag on this map. Okay, that keyboard of mine is pissing me off. Oops, there's another button I can use for the doors. I'm going to use that instead. Come on, passengers. Do you want to just try and get off the bus normally without doing this up and down? Because it's holding up the bus for the other passengers. Oh well, I gave them a chance, but it's not happening. Basically, if they don't get off the first time the normal way, I will just carry on and let them get off the next stop. Because I can't be holding up the whole bus for the sake of passengers that don't seem to want to get off the bus.
Boah, fällt der Scheiße.
Side corners are quite a challenge, balancing the speed that the bus can manage and the speed that the passengers won't complain at. I tend to go for the speed the bus can manage, especially when I'm running this late. The feeling that I'm like 15-20 minutes late. And then unfortunately there's no way I can check on this bus until I reach the destination. Well, I could cancel the timetable, but I'm not going to do that obviously, because there's no point.
Die Tür auf, ich will aussteigen, das ist eine Körperverletzung.
Well, she's not pleased with me. don't think I will do the return of this route. I'll do the other direction another day, because I do want to get on to other stuff and take a bit of a break from streaming. Because I think I've got an early start tomorrow. I'm not actually sure. I have an appointment but I've forgotten the time. So I might not be able to get other stuff done if I streaming all night. Well actually I don't have an early start, I've just checked. But all the same, I do want to have a bit of a break from streaming. Let him go first. Nice. Enviro 400 there. I am in a virtual airline, Monarch Virtual Airlines, and so I'm gonna go do some flying with a couple of the other pilots, well the CEO and a couple of the other pilots. I normally do live stream, but today I'm not going to stream the flight. Well, I'm not going to stream the first flight, and I don't know if there'll be subsequent flights, but... oh wait, my stop's over there. But yeah, I'm not going to stream the first flight. I might stream the subsequent flights if there are any. I don't know where those flights are going to be. Probably fallen behind, but I'll catch up. As I said, I'm not going to wait for the passengers to do their little dance at the stop. Because if passengers did that in real life, I'm not quite sure what the driver would do, but I'm sure he wouldn't be pleased with them. What I'm doing in this is just, you want to mess around at the bus stop, you'll get put off at the next stop, and you'll either have to get another bus back or walk back. You can complain about my braking technique. Unfortunately, the lag came at the same time as I was braking. I think I'm near the end of the route. I should be near the end of the route. Oops, I brushed against my microphone. I do love the sound this bus makes when you accelerate away from a standstill. And the kick down you get occasionally. Well, I had my foot to the floor, so not entirely sure why it kicked down, rather than just revving through the gears normally, like at for changing at the highest possible RPM. I believe the next stop is the last one. Yep, it is. So, thank you so much for watching. I did say random routes, but I ended up going with the 70. And not doing any other routes because it's long, and as I said, I do want to get on to other stuff, and I don't know if I've gone the wrong way again. No, I don't think I have. Nope, I've not gone the wrong way. I don't believe this bus is going to fit under here. But it is. Well, of course I know it's going to fit, because it wouldn't be on the route if it couldn't fit. Because all these routes are for double-deckers, so... Of course it wouldn't be on the route if the bus couldn't fit. So, 25 minutes late. I knew I was late. With all the getting lost, I left late because I missed the stop the first time. And so with all that, I've just got later and later, made up some time. I was on the country road, then got later and later and later. And the passengers are going to do their little dance thing. So I'm just going to admire the bus one last time. And take a couple of screenshots for my Steam account. Zoom out a bit. I'll probably put the screenshots on Instagram as well, so if you follow Quaternian on Instagram, QWeb, it's on the screen, the spelling is on the screen, Quaternian. It's the same for Facebook and Twitter as well. I'll either put the screenshots on... I'll put them in different places, so I'll put some of them on Facebook, some of them on Twitter, and some of them on Instagram. So you need to go follow on Twitter and Instagram and like on Facebook if you want to find the screenshots. Or, because I'm not going to say what my Steam account is. So yeah, you'll need to use the QWeb social media if you want to see these screenshots. Thank you so much for watching the stream, and I will see you in the next one, which will probably be tomorrow. Bye.